Life is beautiful, isn't it? Or isn't it? Why are you feeling alone, depressed and anxious? And does the voice in your head rip your confidence apart and fill you with doubt? How did it happen that you got off track and you don't feel too good about yourself? What would it be like if you could enjoy relating with others, having good health, possessing a good body, being reverent, being holy, and so much more? If not, why not? You may know the reason. You may not, but you're not alone. In fact, people ask about finding happiness and joy and overcoming fear and other challenges more than anything else on the internet that doesn't have to do with, well, you know, and you know what that is. Sadly, there are regularly over 1 billion searches for happiness and the lack of happiness. If more people were enjoying their own great life, there would not be as much of a need for this or that other search. And more importantly, we can help you enjoy your great life. Hi, my name is Robert Anthony and I'm the founder and the creator of the Great Life Company. In this short video, I'm going to tell you about a remarkable tool to help you unlock a great life for you and those that you care about. I'm also going to provide a secret manuscript, actually a blueprint, to help you walk through the process of discovering a great life for yourself. The tool I mentioned is the Great Life Wheel of Life, and the easy way to enjoy life is revealed by the Wheel of Life. But first, the Wheel of Life had to reveal itself to me. Can you imagine a wheel on a bike if it had a buckle in it? How easily does it spin around? It doesn't. So why is your life any different? To enjoy a lifetime of happiness, we all need a balanced life. During my time as a management consultant in London working for the Health Service and a number of public sector organisations, I began to ask, why were so many people unhappy? Why didn't they feel complete? And one day I decided to do something about it. During that time, I began to find a lot of common traits in people and characteristics that led them to losing their self-esteem and their happiness. I began to work on ways where we could restore that, and along the way I found out about the Wheel of Life. Literally, all the hairs on my body stood on end when I heard about the Wheel of Life. Did you know that it goes back to cave wall drawings? That it has been found on the teepees of Native Americans and is known as the medicine wheel. It has been found on every continent and in most cultures. Why? It's just a simple process. But it is very, very powerful and it has survived history. And because of that power, I decided to base the systems and the tools that we've developed around that. As I began to gather momentum and finalise these systems, I also began to attract a number of people into the structure of what we now have today. You will begin to meet these people over the coming weeks as they reveal themselves to you and the areas of expertise that they bring to this whole process, this whole great life concept that I have developed. Enjoying a great life of happiness and harmony is once again possible. The Wheel of Life looks at the absolute basics of life and the building blocks from there. First, ask yourself, why should a mum at home caring for her family, our families, be left out of the equation? Mums always put themselves last. Mums don't get to participate in all the fantastic things that we do when we're at work. Mums at home are always sacrificing themselves 24/7. I began to ask myself, why should that be? Why shouldn't they have their time? Why shouldn't mums have a place to go where they can work on their personal growth and development? Because at the end of the day, it does nothing more than enhance the family. And let's face it, mums are the driving force in every household. Secondly, why shouldn't blue-collar workers and people who work unsociable hours have the chance to enjoy personal development training? Why shouldn't they? Why should they worry about it? Why do they have to be left out? Why can't they be the same as everyone else and enjoy the same opportunities? Well, now they can. Nurses, firemen, ambulance people, and other emergency services people who cannot commit to a specific time to attend a seminar or a conference. The nature of their work means that they need access to personal development training that suits the pressures on them, not the other way around. And then there are many people who can't afford to waste thousands or even hundreds of dollars here and there because they've got other commitments. They've got families to support. They've got families to be with. Because at the end of the day, it is all about family. It is all about relationships. It is all about you. Along the way, we also looked at what everyone else was doing, all the experts out there. But ask yourself, How many times do you follow what the experts say and you still fail? Why? Well, we believe the reason is because they don't take into account all the factors in your life. You go on a diet, but your relationships aren't working too well. Or your lifestyle is out of balance. Or you're having a problem at work. All those factors complicate the outcome of the diet. You're looking for a promotion and you know you're in the running, but you are having arguments at home because of the hours that you are working, and your confidence is lacking when it matters. What would happen if you were able to balance all of those factors together and take into account what is really going on in your life? Well, that's what we think the problem is, and we're going to show you how to get the solution. What if you don't have to pay thousands or even hundreds of dollars for courses that may not be for you? How many times have you been to a course that maybe your employer has made you go on, and when you get back, you just put all the material in the corner because it really doesn't interest you? You can start the journey to your great life anytime that you like. We would first recommend that you start by identifying where you are right now. What is troubling you right now? What hurdles can't you get over? What hurdles are in your way? What thing or things are you afraid to do, and why? And what are the things that you wish you could do? Well, why can't you? What could a Lifetime of Happiness program do for you? More importantly, what can it do for your family and your friends, those that care and love for you, and go through the pain of seeing where you are right now? Perhaps for you it is simply redesigning or focusing your life, or perhaps just making a few simple tweaks that are hard to identify. But this is definitely about your freedom, the freedom for you to enjoy a great life. And that could mean more happiness, personal happiness, family happiness, and greater happiness with your friends. Did you realise that could also mean making more money, more wealth? And you will see what happens when you feel really good about yourself. Why? Well, imagine at work if you're happy, vibrant and bright once again. Don't you think your management and your colleagues will notice? Don't you think that they will look at the prospects of what you can do for them? Because, let's face it, it really is a selfish equation. What can I get? What benefit can I get if I recognise those talents and put them to good use? And we think that most people who are looking at this right now have a family to care for, have a family to love. You don't have to go to seminars or conferences or spend weekends away at a time just to find an answer that may or may not be for you. But for now, let's go back to the Great Life Wheel of Life Lifetime of Happiness program. Over the years I did many courses because at a point in time I realised that not all the answers were in one place. They're a combination of many factors, and what I found amazing during that time was how many of the same people I came across at those courses. At the breaks I'd usually start a conversation with them, and what I found was really sad and scary. They were seeing if this one was right for them. They were just grazing around looking for answers. The really sad part about it was they were paying out thousands and hundreds of dollars to go to the weekends away, to the seminars, the conferences and the special courses because they just didn't have any faith in themselves anymore. They were looking for the answer, and this might be the next best thing. And that simply made me more determined to get it right for everybody out there. Because in the real world, most people can't afford to graze around like they were. So we created the one-stop place and easy-to-use way to get your life back into balance. And without balance, you don't go anywhere. The other thing that we made absolutely important to this process was having 24/7 access to it. The Great Life process concentrates on 8 key areas of life: health and wellness, wealth and finance, relationships, lifestyle, personal growth, our work or careers, environment, and who can forget our spirituality? Because we all have spiritual connections. Don't confuse the route that you may choose to follow. Look at the basics. We all at some time or another believe in a greater being, believe in a greater power. Whatever you want to call it, the choice is yours. So what if, for the cost of a few coffees each month, you could open up a personal development equivalent of Pandora's Box? One that you tailor for you, because the lesson plans and all the materials we've built them as modules, that you can pick and choose what is right for you. And let's face it, what is right today may not be right tomorrow. So why shouldn't you have the opportunity to do what is best for you 24/7? At Great Life, we believe that we've created the solutions to what is rightfully yours to enjoy. Everything that we've done is all about you, all the processes, the tools and the lesson plans. and the lessons that we've planned are mix and match. And guess what? We're so flexible. If what you need isn't there, just give us 48 to 72 hours and we'll put it up there for you. We'll create it, because if you need it, chances are somebody else will need it too. And we're not saying we're the experts 100%. What we are saying is that we're giving you the opportunity to become involved and to live a better life. Live a great life. All the time we're just in the background, providing the help and the assistance that's required so that you move forward and you live a great life. You are unique and deserve to be able to have all the support and flexibility to remove every obstacle in your life as much as possible. And I'll just repeat, our mix and match process is because life is life. And it just happens, and it doesn't always fit into the convenience factor that so many experts try to convince you about. We mentioned examples earlier, but you think about it. You think about the times that you've gone out to seek help. You've paid with time and or money only for it to fail. It shouldn't fail, and especially it shouldn't fail you. No disrespect to those with all the good intentions, but if they are correct, why aren't things getting better? Have they been convinced too? Did they ever think, not all lives are the same? We know that not everybody has the same problems. If it was true, the answers, although they are simply, would just be there. The answers need to be flexible and to bend with where you are at in your life. And now you can do it. It is time for you to be happy again. It is your time to live a great life and enjoy your life all that you can. Others will admire and respect you for that. You won't go unnoticed. So what you've done or have not done today really doesn't matter, because it's gone. What counts is seeing what you can do and getting excited about it. Happy people is what life should be all about. Everyone should be enjoying a great life. And now we're giving you that opportunity to come and join us and be part of the program. But you have to make one commitment. We want you smiling again. We want you vibrant. We want you to be happy. At the end of the day, we just want you living a great life. Will you give us that commitment? Because there's more to come. Mr. Dave Sheldon, who in my eyes has been a master coach for many years. He has trained people like you and I, coaches and management, in personal development and the ways to treat people within the work environment. Dave will be sharing more about the blueprint and our special workbook. Mr. Mike Seeley. Wow, what a guy Mike is. You'll learn more about Mike as we move along and his very unique, caring personality. Since meeting Mike, I have been impressed with his considerate and thoughtful nature and the fact that he is there to help people. Mike will be sharing insights on how the site works. So thank you for your time, and remember, we'll be back with more very soon. We will see you then, and be ready to enjoy your great life.